Not that I haven't had a stinking job or two in my life. Back when I used to be a doctor. Oh, God. My specialty? OB-GYN. Every day I'd walk into the OR, throw my arms skyward and scream, "These hands have been touched by God!" Yes, I was a gynecologist. And I remember one day, I was sitting in my office adjusting the valve on my gas mask when my assistant came walking in. She said, "Dr. Greasemanelli, I have a full waiting room." I said, "All right, bring him in." First woman that came in, I had bad news for her. Oh, I said, "Oh, yes, Miss Hildebrand, sit down a second. Your tests came back from the lab. I'm sorry. You have terminal cancer. There's nothing that can be done." She said, "My God, aren't you the blunt one? I mean, I kind of suspected that's what it was. But for you to come in and you just tell me you got terminal cancer, there's no hope. Could you give me like a good news, bad news scenario?" I said, "All right. Okay, bad news is terminal cancer." She said, "Well, what's the good news?" I said, "Come here a second." We tippy-toed over to the door. I cracked it open a second. I said, "You see that receptionist there, Miss Hodgkiss? I'm nailing her. Have a nice day. That'll be $52.50, please." The next woman that came in to see me said, "Doc, I have a very intimate problem." I said, "Oh, sweet. Close the door. What is it?" She said, "Well, it's not really life-threatening." I said, "What is it?" She said, "Well, when I tinkle." Yes, I said, yes. She said, "It comes out in 4 separate streams, each one unique and distinctive." I said, "Really? All right, get up in the old stirrups here. Let me take a look at that thing and see what we can figure out. All right, scoot down. Oh, God, that is enough. All right, let me see here." She said, "Doctor, shouldn't you be wearing a rubber glove?" I said, "It's just a formality. You and I, we go back, don't we? Huh? All right, let me see what we got here now. 4 streams. Aha! I found the answer." She said, "Is it a deformity?" I said, "No, it's a man's trouser button."
It's the all-new Greaseman Show.